Welcome, guys, to the orientation of the History and Political Science Society for the tenure 2023 and 2024. Next slide, Siddharth. So I'm make you go through with how the society looks like, what we will offer you, what value addition we will provide you in your junior tenure, and what you can expect from us. So basically, History and Political Science Society is one of the most popular registered society with the legacy of 90th year. So we work on the motto, reviving the past, decoding the present, and creating the future. We strive to take all the interested parties on a fascinating journey through India's history and politics. Our basically main aim is to help the UPSC aspirants and the aspirants who want to pursue their career either in politics or in history. Next slide, Satan. So now let's talk about our vision. What's the vision of the HPS society from the past 90 years? So we try to foster social and intellectual activity among the students of the college and as well as of the university to develop interest in the knowledge and study of history and political science and national and international politics by conducting discussions, seminars, quizzes, and many more things. Next slide, Satas. Now I'll hand over to you, Satas. You can continue.
Greetings. My name is Srcc Sandhu. Let me tell you a little bit about Odyssey, which is our annual fest for the History and Political Sciences Society. So Odyssey is, as you all might have been aware, it's our annual event, and it is the event which we give the most prestige. Now, I'd also like to inform you guys that we are celebrating 90 years of this society being set up, and it's quite a momentous occasion for us. So this year we'll come in with our Odyssey with a bang. So some of the events that we have conducted before in Odyssey have been political analysis, which is a case study kind of competition in which we ask for research papers from our contestants and judge them on the basis of their brevity, on the basis of how well they're able to present their facts and how well they're able to present figures and what kind of a political analysis they can give to a lot of events which are of national and international importance. Then the next event that we have conducted before is elect oral, which is another, which is a kind of a mock speech event in which contestants give speeches of famous leaders, and on this basis, debate and discussion is conducted. And it's actually one of the most interesting events that Odyssey holds, and it's a lot of fun. Nirman is our mock courtroom in which there are discussions and debates conducted on constitutional issues and issues of political importance around the globe and in the country as well. Bureau Quiz is our quiz competition in which contestants are judged on the basis of their knowledge and knowledge about political events which are being conducted across the globe and inside the nation. Mock press is our mock press room in which there is a mock speech given by a contestant as a political leader. And there are mock journalists, which are also contestants, which are given the chance to ask questions based on the speech. Some of the notable past speaker personalities that we have been able to call for Odyssey have been starting with Mr. Sundar Pichai, who is the CEO of Google currently, Dr. Mahila Swami Annadurai, who was the former director for ISRO, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, who was our vice president, Mrs. Sheila Dikshit, who was the CM of Delhi, and Mr. Manish Tiwari, who has been an MP in Lok Sabha. Let me pass on the Heritage Walk aspect to Aditya Singh.
Greetings, everyone. Heritage Walk is one of the key themes that our junior executive members remain excited about. Under this, we hold them and we ask them to visit some of the key sites of national and international importance. These include some of the historical monuments in and around the national capital, and we also organize trips across the country, and that generates a lot of enthusiasm and craze in the college campus. This year, we visited the historical Hawa Mahal and the historical Lal Killa Fort in New Delhi. But these sessions are not only of visiting and touring these historical sites, but we also invite along with us some archaeologists and historical experts and even academicians who guide us and tell us the importance of these historical sites and how they have been very how they have played a very key role in influencing our present structure in the society. Next slide, Sataj. This is one of the fundamental documents that we have been working this year. This is the research project that our senior cabinet started along with us, under which we are trying to highlight those invisible dark threads that have been hitting our Indian electoral system very badly. This includes the muscle power, the money power, the corruption aspects that the political parties use to influence the electoral system and to garner their votes in a wrong and unethical and illegal manner. This survey has a sample size of almost 654, and this sample size is one of the very big sample sizes that we have been working upon. When you will be joining us as our junior executive members, the onus will be upon you to take it to the its conclusiveness, a conclusive point. Satas, next slide. All right. So this is our monthly speaker session, Sanvad, that we organize on a monthly basis, so as to help our UPSC aspirants and all other SRIs who are interested in knowing the issues of current national and international importance, and are also interested in knowing the deep nuances and intricacies of some of the very complex topics. The speakers that we invite in this series of Samvad includes some of the top academicians from GNU and Delhi University, some of the keynote bureaucrats who have been handling some of the very key positions in government of India or in various state governments. Uh, just recently, we invited Mr. Vijendra Chauhan, who has been guiding UPSC aspirants during their interview round since last so many years, and he's also is associated with Drishti IS. And this session is indeed a very fun-filled session, which students await very anxiously through in the whole SRCC campus. Next slide, please. This is our monthly newsletter, Panorama, which is based on the lines of UPSC monthly current affairs magazine, but has a slightly different texture. How we don't only analyze the news from its factual perspective, but we also try to give you a deep philosophical background of it, so that you can get a very nuanced theoretical perspective of understanding all these issues, and your UPSC preparation becomes a bit more easier. This Panorama magazine is highly recognized and read by almost all the SRIs who are preparing for UPSC Civil Services examination. Next slide, please. All right. So the HPS SRCC works in under five key wings, which include the most prestigious UPSC cell, the corporate communication wing, which supplies the whole blood and for the society in a way that it manages the whole cash part and brings our sponsors to us. The organizing and marketing wing, which organizes the different festivals, fest, and also the Samvad series, and also invites some of the keynote speakers for the speaker session. The research and editorial wing works on publishing papers like Polymetrica. They also work in providing deep insights for our monthly magazine, Panorama. And next is the creative and technical wing, which works on the technical part of the society. Satash will go further ahead to tell you how the UPSC cell works.
So every single wing in HPS holds a lot of importance. But I must say that the UPSC cell is considered as a part of the upper echelon of HPS itself. The wing for all civil services aspirants and people who have a knack for discussing political issues with efficiency, with brevity, and with experience. So we conduct a lot of debates and discussions, which is a very crucial part of the UPSC cell. We have had interactive sessions with major political academicians. We've had interactions with news channels as well. And our discussions span not just inside the cell itself, but inside the society as well. So anyone who's also not a part of the UPSC cell is also welcome to join in on these discussions, because the more the better, right? The more people there are, the better opinions get published and the better opinions get expressed. So what does the UPSC cell have in store for its juniors? Firstly, we conduct regular discussions on topics of current affairs, and on those regular discussions, there are articles which the juniors are also made to write, which will be submitted for the website and the newsletter as well. And you make some great memories along the way. And what we're adding to the UPSC cell's functioning this year is that we are introducing Polybuzz, which is a workshop which is conducted for both UPSC cell members and non-cell members. So these workshops will have political discussions based on a wide array of topics which concern the international sphere as well as the national sphere. And these discussions will span inside the UPSC cell and also inside the society, on the society level as well. And if we are able to manage a good crowd coming into these Polybus discussions, then we will take it across to the college level as well. And who knows, if the college accepts it well, and if it is a hit inside college, then we could take it to the university level as well. There are endless number of opportunities when it comes to Polybus. So the UPSC cell, we have 5 major skills that we mold in you. Firstly, your knowledge on current affairs, on issues of importance, a wide array of topics which are very important from the civil services point of view. We will help you mold them because we will have discussions on them. We will push you to research these topics well so that your knowledge is to the level of that of a marksman. Patience, because patience is something that is required while you research topics. When you research, you go through such a vast array of information. You have to digest so many facts, so many figures. That requires patience. And patience is something that has to be molded. And it's very important from your preparation point of view as well. And this is something we can help you, we can help mold in you. Coordination in terms of how well you're able to assimilate these facts, how well you're able to assimilate these figures inside your research, inside the projects that you do, inside the speeches you give. That is something we'll help you do as well. Public speaking is a very important part of being a civil servant. It's a very important part in normal life as well, because there'll be a lot of situations where you will be asked to speak in front of an audience. And so it is very important to develop this skill from a young age. That is something we'll help you do as well. And holistically, personality development is something that would just come as part and parcel with joining our UPSC cell. For the CC wing, I pass on the banner to Aditya.
Yeah. So, as one of the most recognized and registered societies of SRCC, we have the honors to organize a lot of fairs, speaker sessions, so as to help each and every UPSC aspirant who is studying here at Sri Ram College of Commerce. And this obviously requires a whole lot of monetary resource, which is organized and calculatively and efficiently used by the corporate communication wing. In the corporate communication wing, if you're going to join this wing in particular, you'll be having a lot of carte blanche in terms of handling external communications, negotiating and drafting agreements with some of the top companies like the Economic Times, Union Bank, and you will also be pushed and trained to collaborate and partner with new and emerging companies and manage the cash flow activities of this society. Uh, but don't worry, we know that this task is quite arduous and also looks daunting. But we will be conducting a wholesome training process for you in the beginning itself so that you get acquainted with the process and find it a cakewalk while doing all these things. Next slide, please. Yes, so these are some of the top companies that have collaborated with us in the past. This includes some of the famous names like the Lenskart, the Time, which is famous for preparing for providing coaching and institutional help to CAT examination aspirants. We have also collaborated with very renowned newspapers like the Hindustan Times, the Economic Times. Also in our collaboration list is the Union Bank, Radio City, Fuchsia, Skill Arena, and Finlada, and many more. Uh, Next slide, please. So, what are we asking for? If you want to join this CC wing or the corporate communication wing, what we really see in you is the optimistic attitude, because this is obviously a very burdensome task. And if you're not optimistic, this wing won't allow you to survive for long. So we do want you to be an optimistic individual if you want to join the society and join this wing in particular. We also want you to be a quick learner and a hardworking guy with a creative mindset and zeal to learn, because this is what makes a very good CC guy for us, and the one who can work the faster. It will be better for us, because at the end it is the monetary resources that helps the society to run itself very efficiently. And hence, if you have all these qualities, we are more than welcoming to you for this wing as well. uh, Next slide, please. Okay, so this will be covered by Sartaj.
So, the research and editorial wing of HPS. It takes a very important role in HPS because our whole agenda is being able to research our topics well, of being able to publish reports that are precise, that are to the word, and which are accurate, and also which can give a good perspective to people who want to be appearing for civil services exams, because that is something that will be required. What does the research and editorial wing do? We create content by creating blogs and publishing articles on both on our website and in the newsletter. We write content for our social media series, and we conduct research on a wide variety of topics. Now, the expectations that come with being in the research wing are the ability to create diversified content and impeccable writing ability, because we want someone who is able to write and elucidate their facts well, which is able to create precise arguments which people can understand, and also use language that is appropriate for and becoming of a civil services officer. Then an open mindset and a thirst for knowledge. Now, of course, politics comes with its own set of biases. There's no way that biases don't set into politics. But what we expect from people who conduct our research is a level of thinking that transcends political bias, a way to analyze issues without getting into emotional arguments, or without getting biased on a certain political spectrum. We want you to be able to create arguments well, which are unbiased and which appeal to a general audience, which are precise. Analytical ability is very important, because we want we want people to be able to understand what we're talking about, and that requires a level of ability that is accuracy. Accuracy is very important when you're wanting to join the research and editorial wing. Social media and content creation is again something that we will be taking on. Our social media platforms, we will be keeping very active. And for that, the research and editorial wing will be taking a front role in the society. Working in collaboration with other wings, of course, there's a lot of scope for collaboration between wings. We always make sure that there is a lot of synergy between all our wings, that every wing works together so that we are able to produce the best possible results. The organizational and marketing wing will be taken on by Aditya.
uh, Obviously a very prominent society. As you know, in Srcc campus, there's a brimming society culture, and there's a whole lot of competition among a lot of societies who want the public attention and the attention of the students of Srcc and also the university students. Amidst all this chaos, the task for organizing and marketing wing becomes all the way more hard and tough. And that is why we look for passionate and dedicated individual for this game and for this wing, uh, under which we work for marketing the things that we do, like the speaker sessions or the fests that we organize, or even the keynote Samvad series that we hold. It's the marketing wing which ensures that every SRite is aware about it. And sometimes we do organize inter college and university level competitions, as well as speaker sessions, whereas it's the marketing and organizing and marketing wing which comes into action and ensures that every Delhi University student comes to know about all these events that we organize. They also analyze and strategize the marketing element for the society so that it functions well and gets a lot of praise among the DU students and the SRIs. Next slide, please. This wing, as I told you, mainly coordinates and produces all the material required for the reach to the society. It works as a very core and fundamental part for the society to attain success for the events and to organize it. So even if you have the funds, some of the very keynote speakers, and the college doesn't know about it, it's totally a wastage. And hence, that becomes the role for ONM wing very, very exceptionally important, because it's they who ensures that everything that we are doing reaches to the mass in a very efficient and fast manner. Next slide, please. These are some of the marketing strategies that we have developed throughout the years. We obviously welcome your new creative ideas, so that these strategies redevelop themselves and refuel itself to reach to the larger and wider base. These are the pictures of the HPS Utsav that we organize every year during Diwali season. Obviously, it's not only a marketing strategy that we adopt to get a praise from the SRIs, but it's also a fun-filled event that we organize to celebrate the festival of Diwali in the college, and we are the sole society doing so from last so many years. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are the personality traits that we do require you when you keep this wing as your first preference or even in your preference list. This includes the organizing skills, and you will obviously be getting a better understanding about the marketing strategies. So what you read in your textbooks, perhaps this is the place where you can apply it also in the real life. And with through the ONM wing, you will also be able to contribute in designing the future of the events. Means you will be able to create all the methodology to invite the speakers, to get the audience, to get the crowd, and also to decorate the whole campus around so as to create the buzz for the event, and to take part in in creating the fun part of the college life. If you want to do all this, this is the must go wing for all of you. Next slide, please. All right. So this is one of the very, very important wings when it comes to presenting our events in a very articulated and well professional manner. Uh, Even this presentation is being headed by the creative and technical wing. What we do under this is we design banners, posters, and create videos which are informative and insightful for all of you, and especially for the UPSC aspirants. So all the projects that we do, all the research papers that we publish, the backbone behind them is the creative and technical wing, because they ensure that the content goes in a very professional manner and very readable and reader friendly way, so that you as the reader don't find it any hassle while reading it or while going through it. They also provide technical assistance and regularly work for innovation, so as to make our content delivery system much more innovative, much more reader friendly and Gen Z. Obviously, the training sessions would be organized before the start of the tenure, so that you become friendly with some of the top technologies that are emerging in the market, which are helpful for the presentations, like the Canva or the Photoshopping apps. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is the sample that we wanted to show you. You can see a lot of hard work goes behind this. This is not a left-hand task that you can do with just a click of your fingers. It does require a lot of innovation, creativity, and obviously your time when you do this. You get to know the deep intricacies of decorating posters and using some of the very professional apps like Canva or photoshopping apps. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are the slides that these are the apps that we commonly use, and we do want you to have the basic knowledge of it along with your creative mindset if you want to apply for this wing in particular. Next slide, please. I think these are the events that we have in store for you. What are they? Will be explained by Sataj.
So these are some of the events that we could be bringing along in our tenure in HPS. Firstly, a podcast series where issues and topics of burning importance are discussed between a panel of with the panel of experts, ranging from experts in history, political sciences, or economics, and a wide variety of disciplines. Then a virtual world tour, which is also an idea which is kind of in the works right now. A historical escape room, which would be a really fun activity for participants and non-participants who are wanting to participate in these events as well. And then geopolitical strategy games. We could just these are games which we could be going for, and these will span over a lot of different topics which are of geopolitical importance, which help enhance the knowledge of the participants and also provide a lot of entertainment. Saying that, we'd like to wrap up this presentation. This is a very, very good opportunity for people who are not just interested in civil services, but just wanting to expand their knowledge in politics and in history and issues that concern the world. We have a lot of events for you in store. We have a lot of different ideas, and we'd love to have a lot of skilled, talented people along with us so we can take the society to the next level. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.